So you're gonna start it, and then you're gonna hit the rear defroster button. You can turn everything else off. Leave the rear defroster button on. You can turn off his lights and whatever, it doesn't matter. You need those suckers to stay on and get hot, and then lose your shoe, which shows off your nice red and black socks that are very cozy warm. So we turn it on because we want to turn the defrosters on. So on this back window in particular, it has the little peanut banana thingies, lots of fruit. So we're gonna clean it like we normally do. The only difference is that we have the defrosters on. So that's gonna allow the film to stick quicker and better to the defroster lines. We're still gonna go over it with a clay bar, but in my experience, clay bar isn't 100% fix, but it does pull a lot of stuff off. So you see all this gray? Look at this side. This side's pretty good. It's great for cleaning. Do I use a tack cloth for a final prep? I treat my clay bar pretty much like I would a clay or like a tack cloth. And it's not exactly the same, but it's still a very sticky thing that picks up lots of dirt and cleans really well. So but it's washable and reusable and stuff. So once you go over the defrosters, like really just wipe them down with a clay bar. And then we're gonna do our squeegee. Everything else is exactly the same. The only thing that we've done is turned on the defrosters. So what a clay bar really does is it pulls some unknown black shit off of the defrosters. And it's good at picking up extra little specks. You don't absolutely need it. It's a good thing to have though. And, oh, somebody said get a stroke detector. I have one. I liked it for quite a while, and then I picked up the side swipe, and I like it better. But for farther down on something like this, it probably worked pretty well. Reset. Dang. All right, we'll try this again. It worked pretty well. Preset 2. That's pretty good. Presets are pretty handy. I'd set up more than one preset, but we're gonna take it a little slow. Cause it's a little janky. But the idea is fantastic. I can literally be installing a back window, and then it just kind of like goes to where I told it to. GoPro. GoPro. May go to the toilet cam. Oh, here's the other thing about newer Mustangs that I wasn't 100% sure, but I kind of thought. Look at how far this deck lid presses, right? So the only spot is this middle, like on the Fusions, but it's still far enough to where you're not going to pinch it. So you got plenty of room. I just want to make sure all my edges are covered. So you got plenty of room to play around with. So as far as pinching goes in the bottom corner, maybe a couple select years do it, but not this one. There's like this year for the Fusions. It's like a 2012 or something. They like changed it. As soon as they changed the Fusions to the turn dial, those back windows got a little bit easier. The ones before it still had like a pinch spot They were the body style changes, but they still had a pinch spot on the back window that was no fun. I know we got like defroster, or we got dry shrink prep on the outside, but I also want to see what this looks like after the fact. It's hard to see with like 20% and dry shrink prep over it. But it's also not the best angle with the GoPro either. GoPro. GoPro. See, when you can get this side swipe angled right, it does such a good job at pressing out water.